So thank you very much for the invitation. I represent Convert Group. We are a software as a service company in the vertical of retail. And the problem we're trying to solve is the following. Brands like L'Oreal, Adidas, Mattel, Samsung, they've always wanted real-time data from the retailers in order to make their decisions, their strategic or tactical decisions. But data was not there. They were either getting it from Nielsen or IRI after a month in like an Excel sheet, or through Excels that retailers were sending it and with zero actionability. On the other hand, there was a problem with the retailers that retailers wanted money for the data. They have been hearing that data is all, but nobody was giving them money. So this is the solution we found. We created a marketplace in which data flows near in real time from the retailer to the brands, and it's actually built through actionability. And it doesn't only have transactional data, but also customer data, basket data, and really strong decisions can be drawn. The sector is called data monetization. It's a very new sector. Maybe some of you have not heard it. Actually, the first big six consulting company, BCG, wrote about it a couple of months ago. And they predict it's going to be the future of retail, as margins are becoming very thin on retail. So all retailers are looking to create extra value, either from marketing, like retail media, or monetizing their data. Our addressable market is 56 billion at the moment. So it's quite big. And the solution we have created, a visualization is like that. We connect in real time with the retailers, always with the consent of the retailers. We get all their data in real time, transactions, marketing baskets, customer. And through our machine learning algorithms, we're able to provide reports to the brands, you can see on the top, which actually are our customers. We have about 340 brands around the world that are paying to get access to the data. The business model is that we share the revenues we make with the retailers. So everybody wins out of that. And actually, it's very interesting how much money we're charging for our services. We charge 1% of the revenue a brand is doing on the retailer. So to give you an example, if Adidas makes 100 million or 10 million euros at Intersport, they have to pay us 100,000 euros, so 1% of their sellout, to get access to our platform. Quite interesting that we have this 1% rule. And to tell you the truth, it's the smallest we have ever charged. We have contracts with 1.5 or 2% of sellout. So money is really, really interesting here. Let me skip that, show you that what we have developed is actually being used by many brands around the world. Actually, 15 out of the 20 biggest consumer brands are our customers. Not only in Greece, we have revenues from 21 countries at the moment, Germany being the second biggest market. And when it comes to our metrics, we are at 2.6 million ARR as of January. Our gross ARR is 4.8 million. So you see there is a 2 million difference because it's actually the money we give to the retailers for data. But on the 2.6 million ARR, our gross margin is 79%. So it's quite a profitable business. It's also very interesting cash flow wise. We collect the money first, give the money to the retailers after that. Average contract about 10,000 euros. Our growth rates are pretty healthy. And 50% of the revenues happen outside Greece. The difference with the competitors is that traditional competitors like dunnhumby, IRI, Nielsen, IQVIA, they do this kind of stuff like an enterprise project. It takes them months in order to integrate with a retailer. We do it in like 3 weeks. We have more data points than them. They only have transactions. We have, marketing, etc. And of course, we are software as a service. I mean, we don't need people on the ground. Nielsen only in my country, Greece, has 50 people. And in the 21 countries we operate, we just have 2 people in the UK full-time for the sales. And finishing off, these are our projections for until 2027. We're going to reach 17 million ARR. We're right on track. We're going to be profitable next year, and we're raising 5 million in order to finance our marketing and sales. That's about from us. I'm open to hear any questions you may have.
Thank you. Very interesting. You've been around for some years. You have a traction. We had a question from an investor. Is asking, apart from brands, are there any other customers that you're selling your services to? I mean, any other segments you're tackling?
That's an interesting question. We have customers in the sectors of FMCG, pharmacy, beauty, pet, fashion, furniture, DIY. Now, if we were to expand our customer portfolio, I would put it another way. When I dream of what we can achieve, is that by having real-time data on the pharmacies around the world, it means that we can even predict diseases, because there's no other way to have real-time data from retail. Or we can get signals on which retail brand, is it Walmart, is it Carrefour, is getting more sales for customers in real time, and give signals to investors. Also investors are looking for real-time signals to know where they're going to invest it. So yes, the more we expand, we're going to have a variety of customers. At the beginning, it's only providing insights to brands that they never had before.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The other question is, if you can remember, what is your approximate return on assets? That means how much you have already invested practically. And we've seen that you have an EBITDA something like 21% projection by the 2025, I think. And
we're going to be profitable next year. We're already cash flow positive. And we have raised so far 5 million euros from investors, both institutional investors, Unifund, but also many private investors that have invested to us. It's very nice not needing to raise any more money. It puts more calm of mind, and I told you also cash flow is a good thing for us. Mm-hmm. I sense that we should not invest at all at the product anymore. It's really robust. Everything we should do is marketing and sales going forward and penetrate more countries. I also like that we have penetrated many countries apart from Greece, meaning that our sales organization is well built and we're able to create revenues.
How is it structured?
We have 2 full-time people in London, quite senior, 4 target-based people here in Athens. And also my job is to go after sales. So this is the way we do it. We obviously have partners that can bring us leads. We make events. So this is the way we do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it a profit sharing or
it's revenue sharing?
Revenue sharing
that we do with the retailers, with partners. We have various models. But the good thing is that many of us have worked in other companies before, like Upstream, Microsoft, Softomotive, and we do have good sales experience around the world. So sales, I think, is one of our strong points in the company.
Mm-hmm. And last question from our side, what is your international competitor that you are wishing to follow up more closely?
I've always been intrigued with Nielsen, because Nielsen actually started as a company 70 years ago, and it was Gillette and Kraft that went to them and said, guys, there is this thing called television that started in the United States, and we don't know how to have insights from it. So Arthur Nielsen created this, and 70 years after that, they became the currency of television. Now, we started the same way with L'Oreal. L'Oreal came to us 4 years ago, like 25 years after e-commerce was created. And today we have 20 markets. So I'd love to think that there is opportunity like Nielsen had 70 years ago. There is now in retail for us. So I'm following them very, very closely And we are very close, actually, as companies, both in higher levels, exactly what they're doing.
Okay, thank you. I don't know if somebody else has something to ask. I don't know if your customers, they do share their expert best case scenarios and the successes they might have in product launching after following your data. And I don't know if you can recall any of those. So at least one example, if you can recall, that would be great, just very quickly. If you're not, then we save it for another time.
Yeah, sure. Haleon is our customers in more than 7 countries, and have reported to us, also made a case study that they're able to grow 3 times faster than their competitors because of the access they have to data. And Pierre Fabre, which is the second biggest company after L'Oreal, they have said they are able to optimize their marketing spend by 30% because our platform gives them insights exactly where to invest to gain market share.
Okay, clear. Thank you very much. We will have no other questions, which I see not. We may follow up with the next company. Thank you very much, Panagiotis and Converter. We follow Mr. Apostolopoulos and Bibe Coffee, correct,
Yeah,
George?
from Bibe Coffee. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Mr. Apostolopoulos, the floor is yours. Yeah, you are muted.
Thank you very much. Do you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Yes, great. Hello, everyone. I'm Vasilis Apostolopoulos from Bibe Coffee. I'm CEO and co-founder, and thank you very much for being here, invited. I'm going to be talking to you about Bibe Coffee. Basically, it's a solution that is tackling a very big problem that every coffee lover is facing very, very often. And the problem is that no matter how great coffee we are having around the world, when it goes to the last mile, to the coffee shop, everything can be destroyed in just 30 seconds. And the easiest way to describe it is to just say that this is a snapshot of a performance of whichever coffee shop in Europe. All dots that you see over here are single cups and double cups. So the green ones are single cups, the blue ones are double cups. In theory, we should be consuming coffees that are being extracted, brewed only in these boxes. And as a matter of fact, 73% in Europe of the cups that we are drinking on a very big average of 15,000 locations, 73% are being extremely badly brewed, and they are being charged and being served to us. That's a problem that everyone is having, and basically, as you can realize, this is coming because there's no control at the very last mile, at the location where everything is being produced. Now, what we came to realize is that it's a very common problem for roasters, coffee chains, distributors, coffee machine manufacturers, and coffee shop owners. That's a problem that all these different personas in the coffee ecosystem are facing. So we really have a huge room to improve and to help around. And the coffee market, as you very well know, is massive. In a nice insight is that Asia is growing on a huge percentage as well. So we are having a global growth on something like 6% year over year. So there is a very interesting and solid room for improvement. What we have come to develop is a device. I don't know if you can see that over here. It's a device that we install right inside the coffee machine. And from that moment onwards, basically, we are talking about connected terminals, no matter where you are in the world. So we're having a platform that you can connect 5 coffee machines or 5,000 coffee machines or 50,000 coffee machines, depending on how many you are managing, how many assets you are managing. And basically, you are getting data about how commercially, how you're performing, what's the quality, what's the brewing extraction methods you are following, if you are following the recipe of of the roasters, any kind of technical inconsistencies, problems, being proactive, etc. And all these things, of course, is being patented. We're having some very nice IPs being developed. We're having perhaps the biggest differentiator from all our competitors, the fact that we are being approved by 75% of the global manufacturers around the world. So 75% of the brands that are producing these professional coffee machines are giving thumbs up on our solution, and they're accepting to integrate our device right from the factory, which is a massive new development in this business. The market is just so big, and we have just started working with the European market. We will be having the first partnership in North America, but it's really untapped. For 2023, we did reach our target to connect 15,000 coffee machines. So right now we are having that number already reached, and we are having a very solid traction to achieve the 39,000 that we have targeted for 2024. Over here, you can see some of the brands that we are having partnerships with already. We are present in 29 countries. A very big partner of ours is Coca-Cola Hellenic that has acquired Costa Coffee. We are rolling out with Nestlé in 4 countries. We're with Candelas, House Brand, some big chains. And for the deliverables and the road show that we're having right now and all the rollout, basically we are talking with the biggest brands out in the market, even with water filter companies, in order to drive synergies and create some very nice revenues. Regarding competition, we are placing ourselves and all third-party companies that are evaluating all players in this field are evaluating us as one of the most competitive one, giving all features that companies are looking to get. We have run with Venture Friends, Unifund, and 11 these rounds, pre-seed, seed, and then 2 pre-series A moves, like seed and pre-series A. That is leading us to a notion that we are about to get to reach a break-even point on revenues. Right now, we are having room for 1 extra million on this round that we are running, and that Unifund and 11 are participating. The plan is to grow in Asia and US with this plan. We have already have partnerships around the world in order to reach that. Panos, Kostas, and myself have been working on over the past 4 years, and we're having a solid knowledge and background to that. And basically, I'm up for any kind of questions, because perhaps for many of you, it's a field that you don't really know, the coffee spectrum. So happy to answer anything you want.
Okay, clear. Thank you very much indeed. Very interesting. You have traction. There was a question from an investor. Are you seeking pure equity, or you do talk about bridge financing through convertible loan?
We do have both options. To tell you the truth, perhaps a convertible loan option would be a little bit more appealing to us right now, given the fact that we are having some very interesting deals on the table, and we really want to boost all activities right now. Both options are on the table, yeah.
And the last question we had from our side was that are you considering the merging or selling off to one of the big players of the refreshments market, like Coca-Cola or somebody else, or you just excluding it from your strategy as a strategic partner or not?
Yeah. That's a very nice question. We have had various proposals on the table, various offerings. For the time being, we choose to continue being brands agnostic. in order not to limit ourselves from really collaborating just with one. We believe that we have just started rolling out around the globe. There is a huge momentum right now, so we don't want to miss that out. It's going to be very big, and we are not going to be making strategic partnerships or selling any kind of equity for the time being.
Mhm. Okay. Please, if you have some questions, you can raise your hands, or in any case, the presentation deck will be shared. Okay, to remind to anyone who wants to put his email on the spot, just in case we don't have his details, please feel free to do so. And no, Vasilis, we don't have any other questions.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
we'll
you
keep
so
you
much.
posted. Thank you
All
also
right.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, and please, Georgia, now is the time for next company, Mr. Leon Gavalas and Bispot,
Yeah,
correct?
Bispot. Yeah.
Great. Hello. Thanks very much for the invitation. Thank you for being here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
great. Thank you. My name is Leon Gavalas. I am the CEO and co-founder of Bispot. What we do at Bispot? We provide location validation solutions that accurately detect the true visitor or user location. We validate the location both for geofences and the indoor venues. This way, retailers and operators can extract location insights and enable location-aware content to support digital transformation of brick-and-mortar retail venues. Currently, we support approximately 4,000 retail venues. And this is useful for retail, betting, media, and any other location-based digital asset operator that either wants to enhance the land-based network performance or improve customer experience. On top of that, the past year we have developed the technology to validate that the geolocation of a device is a real one and the device per se is a real one in order to support online retailers and operators in regulated markets such as sports betting or media streaming, to prevent monetary loss from fraudulent activities and also to be compliant. And this is challenging and useful because location fraud is a huge issue. 1 out of 3 users spoof location, and I am sure that many of us have done it once using VPN. And at the same time, relevant strict regulatory requirements exist in many markets. And needs constantly change, so location fraud leads to a significant monetary loss for operators. And there is an increasing need to verify true user location in many industries. I will give you some examples. For instance, for the media, the content streaming industry, you are not allowed to access the content outside of the region that the provider, the operators, pays the license to operate. Think also of password sharing across households or piracy. It's a huge revenue loss. And for the gaming industry, monetary bonus abuse happens frequently by providing fake location. In the gambling and sports betting industry, you should not be allowed to fake your GPS, and location-related frauds have to do many times with money laundering and so on. And moreover, there is an increasing need for proof of location in e-commerce payments to better facilitate chargebacks. So our service is easily integrated with digital assets like apps, websites, or IoT sensors and hardware, where our software toolkit exists and completes real-time checks to verify that the device is a real one and the user location, and provides the response in real time to the client through data interfaces, dashboards, and reports. So our platform facilitates the revenue growth from attraction of online first customers to land-based venues, and also facilitates to fraud losses prevention. While all this data also can support decision-making for better network management and regulatory reporting. There are various competitors in location intelligence, location validation industry. Based on our strategy the previous years, and now we have focused to provide specialized services for the retail entertainment industry, where only 3 more companies operate globally right now. We achieved the past year to gain market share because we are strong in critical areas, including indoor location validation accuracy levels. And also our R&D team that is based here in Athens, Greece, is quite flexible and capable. How we make money? We work with multi-annual contracts, including flat annual and monthly fees, and usage fees. So each time a user opens an application with our service included, we collect a really small amount. Our experience also has proven that we can monetize on top dashboards, insights, and various features of our platform. So the past year, we exceeded in our service revenues the 1 million euros threshold. And based on existing contracts and budgeted projects, we will definitely exceed 3 million euros this year in revenues with retailers and operators in Spain, UK, Greece, and Southeastern Europe. While the past year we achieved operational growth with profitability, right now there is a trending need for geolocation validation services in various regulated markets, including North America. And as more competitors plan to enter the market next year, we want and we need to go faster. The current funding need is 4 million euros to invest in the acceleration of our commercial operations in new markets. And we have already commitments from industry expert investors, and we are going to close this round early this March. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. So there was a question. Have you exploited any synergies with Google to join forces in providing this kind of data? Because they have been in the quest for new verticals that they could use.
No, actually, we did not. We haven't cooperated with Google, but our plan is to cooperate with various iGaming, ID management vendors, so as to include our solution there. And also we cooperate with device manufacturers. But it's an interesting point.
Okay. And the runway for the 4 million investment you do seek?
Actually, it's a runway for approximately 19-20 months. The target is to be profitable. We are cash flow positive right now. The runway is for 20 months. Yeah.
And if you don't find the money, how slow you can be?
If we don't find the money, in order to enter the North American market, which is a target, we are going to cooperate with big iGaming vendors and existing companies, our resellers, which actually will slow us a bit down.
Okay. Right. Are all your customers in Greece as of now?
For the previous year, most of our customers were in Greece. We had approximately 200 different business customers, and we have completed approximately 3 billion checks the past year. Right now, we have a sales pipeline with 42 retailers and operators. Some of them are major ones in other European countries and the North American market.
Okay. And your main competitor internationally is?
The main competitor internationally is GeoComply. It's a Canadian company right now. They used to have a patent and they lost it. There is a big opportunity there.
Right. You are patent protected or not?
We have a strategy to protect a part of our IP, The key element right now is time to market.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Yes. I don't know. I don't see any other questions. If you have something, please free to share. If not, no. Thank you, Leon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bispot. Very good job. And we can go to next company, Pobuka.
Pobuka, yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Sideridis. Hello, hello.
Thank you very much. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Excellent. So thank you so much for having us here. At Pobuka, we are creating the next global leader in customer experience. We have 75 employees and we make 5 million in revenue. Pobuka Experience Cloud is an award-winning customer experience and loyalty platform for brands and retailers, which is based on AI technology. We are Microsoft Gold partners and twice awarded as Partners of the Year, while our software is based on Microsoft Cloud technologies. Since 2016, we have invested 7 million to our software and AI, and now we are ready to scale globally. This is our management team. The 4 founders here at the top line. We have been working together for more than 20 years since we were students. And now, what we offer. First of all, with customer experience, we mean all the customer interactions in every touch point of the customer journey. This is very, very important for brands and retailers, while 86% of customers are willing to pay more to have better experiences. Let's see now what are the top customer experience project priorities according to Gartner. Here you can see the list. This is the list. And let's focus on the top 2, which is to measure customer experience and get voice of the customer insights. Makes sense, as you can't improve what you don't measure. However, the problem is that most companies rely on surveys to measure them, while customers don't anymore answer to surveys because they fatigue them. Our competitive advantage is that we solve this problem with the power of generative AI and by just listening to what customers said in any touch point. This is ZMark. ZMark analyzes the voice of customer and automatically measures customer experience. Moreover, he enriches the customer database with voice of the customer data additional to the purchasing behavior, then segments customers and prepares the content for high personalized campaigns. Last but not least, he calculates the economic impact of his actions. We offer turnkey customer experience and loyalty projects for brands and retailers. In a few words, we first measure with ZMark and AI, then we design, and finally, we help them improve customer experience in terms of knowing their customers, personalized campaigns, loyalty programs, and omni-channel customer service. The customer experience management market size is 17 billion with an annual growth of 18%. Here you may see some of our competitors. These are in global level, and these guys here are in regional level. Here are some of our clients that use Pobuka and see by average a 12% increase to their EBITDA profitability. And IKEA, one of our flagship customers, uses Pobuka to manage its 4 million customers in 3 countries. It's one of the lighthouse projects in Europe regarding customer experience and loyalty. IKEA purchased almost every feature that our product offers, and we are very proud that they see tremendous value. Most importantly, this is a more than 1 million ARR project, and now we have 4 more open opportunities of similar size in Europe and Latin America. Now we are raising 5 million euros. 3.5 million will be used for customer acquisition in Latin America and Europe, and 1.5 million for R&D to improve Pobuka's AI capabilities. We expect that within 5 years, we will grow our value by 7 times, as we are forecasting 14 million euros in ARR by 2027 from the 3.4 that we were in 2023. This is our go-to-market strategy, where we will spend most of the money that we're going to raise. We will focus on 3 areas: customer acquisition through digital marketing. This is for the Pro plan of Obobuka Experience Cloud, which is pure software as a service. And secondly, to expand our partner network in Europe, Middle East, and Latin America. And finally, to leverage marketplaces like Microsoft Azure Marketplace for lead generation. Thank you so much for your attention. You may sign up anytime to Pobuka, connect your customer touchpoints, and start having your first CX metrics.
Okay, thank you very much. There is a question of who is reselling you. If you're using distribution network or you're doing the sales generation leads by yourself.
Actually, we do have we participate in RFPs directly, especially in Greece, but we have international partners. For instance, in LATAM, we have Alpha People or Action Consulting. The typical partner for Pobuka is a Microsoft CRM integrator that is reselling our software on top of Microsoft Dynamics for loyalty and customer experience features. This is a typical scenario.
Do you have a breakdown of your use best cases or of your sales according to fast-moving consumer goods or financial sector or
Yes.
servicing sector? And
Yes.
out of the 100, how could you rate FMCG and servicing and financing?
55% approximately is retail. Another 20% is FMCG, consumer brands that are selling to retail. And another 15% is financial institutions.
And the
like
trend,
digital banks, yeah.
And the growth trend is mainly towards?
Towards retailers and consumer brands. This is 75% of our revenue and is growing.
And we say that the financial services sector and the insurance sector, they don't need too much of your product since they do run their own exercises in customer loyalty programs, since they do have, hundreds of thousands of data.
The main reason we don't specialize in financial services is that they have authenticated users. They know the names of their customers, let's say. On the other hand, with Coca-Cola or with IKEA, they need our software in order to identify customers first, to personalize them, and start targeting with personalized campaigns. I mean, financial services, it might be enough to use Microsoft Dynamics or Salesforce or Oracle CRM.
Clear. And your main competitor internationally is?
I would say in Moment, Stratified, and in some cases, Adobe Experience Cloud. I mean, we don't target the same customers. They are more enterprise customers. We are more mid-market for international markets.
Pricing-wise, how you rate yourself?
Pricing-wise, we are at 60% of Adobe Experience Cloud, which is the leading product in the market currently.
So you're selling off with licenses?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know if somebody else has any more questions. Otherwise, feel free to put it in the chat. No questions, no more questions. So thank you, Pobuka and Isidoros.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And so we go on with the last but not least company, Kivoto and George Papadimitriou.
Okay, great. Hi guys,
Hello,
can you see my
George.
screen? Great.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. So hi, I'm George. Thanks for having me. I'll be very quick with my presentation, so I'll leave more time for any questions you might have.
Kivoto is something new. We are currently on our second year of existence. We are a team of 35 retail tech experts, and that's I'm going to share some quick crazy facts about us, what we managed to do in our first 2 years with our 35 people. We are bootstrapped with an amazing 33.5% month-on-month growth rate. We have achieved partnership with more than 150 retailers right now in the CPG industry, and we have more than 200 multinational brands as our paying customers in our platform right now. And most important of all is we currently have 0% churn rate. All our customers have renewed their contracts, so we're doing something very, very, very good, apparently. Hope that was enough to make you curious, and that's what we plan to do. Currently, we want to skip corporate bureaucracy. We want to make the life of people easier. The problem that we encountered is the product information chaos that suppliers and retailers faced whenever they were trying to connect their products. So there are a lot of ERP systems, there are a lot of BI systems, WMS systems, all those different systems that suppliers and retailers use, the organizations. What Kivoto does is we have created a solution where it's a B2B software as a service product experience management platform where it works as the single source of product truth. So it's like a middleware where it connects the organization with all the different systems they might operate, but all the different systems their clients might operate as well. So all their partners, digital agencies, and any different partner that they might have, everybody collaborates in one spot. It used to take 3 to 6 months in order to distribute all your product data as a company. Let's say you're Coca-Cola and you want to distribute a new product that you just released, that you just launched. You want to distribute it across all channels. So Sklavenitis, Vasilopoulos, Tesco, Walmart, whatever. Now it takes only 2 days for the perfect consumer experience. There's no more need for manual import-export because we distribute all that product data instantly. So we have PIM, Product Information Management System. We have ACI as our second product that we launched very recently, where it's one place where you can monitor the pricing, availability, and the positioning of your products on the digital shelf of e-commerce retailers. And our third product that we are planning to launch very soon is Promo ACI, where it's an innovative platform where you can record all your marketing promotions. So TV spots, leaflets, anything that exists as a marketing campaign, you can track it in one place and you can check on which retailer, what marketing occurred about your competitors and anything else. We operate on a great market. Currently, it's valued on 22 billion and it's planned to reach 68 billion by 2030. We have few competitors, but the most prominent for us is Salsify, which is our largest competitor, along with Pimcore and Aquino. Those are more old school players. Our business model is, as I mentioned before, is software as a service. So it's a flexible yearly subscription based on brands, barcodes, how many users, how many channels the organization wants to distribute the product information, and how much storage they want to maintain that information in. And we are raising 1 million in order to expand our growth outside of Greece, mostly focused on Southeast Europe, starting with Poland and Romania in early 2024. We are proud members of EBRD Star Venture program, Endeavor Greece, and of course we are Microsoft partners, as most of our technologies is backed by Microsoft as well. So thank you very much.
Yeah, clear. Thank you very much. What, for example, can be the timing to expand to other sectors, for example, pharmacies?
Yes. We are leaders on the FMCG sector. So in a year and a half that we are up and running, we launched in other verticals as well. We have clients in the pharmaceuticals and pharmacies. We have clients on pet, beauty, home, DIY, and technology. And currently, we plan to expand those verticals here in Greece, but also start with FMCG and then the other verticals as well outside of Greece.
Mhm. Okay. And question, why did you choose Poland and Romania as next markets?
It's because from the market research that we did, we encountered that in Southeast Europe, there is actually no active competitors of ours, because the way our market works, it's very fragmented. And the solution that is going to capture the market, it's going to be very hard to remove them. So some countries are very hard to penetrate right now, like Western Europe, Portugal, or Scandinavia, for example, where they have a history of utilizing PIM systems in the past. But Southeast Europe, as it was in Greece, is something very new. So there's a great opportunity there.
Mhm. So is your product portfolio skewed per category sector of merchandise, or is merchandising agnostic? For example, do you follow a specific strategy to tackle, for example, groceries or different products, or you're generic?
Okay, so
I mean, compared to the other competitors, you know
yeah,
what I mean. For example,
yeah,
Salsify,
yeah.
if I can recall well, they do follow this kind of vertical strategy sometimes, and also sometimes the data pool that they create, trying to synchronize the marketing of the company, the e-commerce and the supply chain is also different to any segment. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, so we go through specific verticals, and the reason for that is that's where our competitive advantage exists. Actually, compared to our competitors, we have pre-made categories and attributes for any vertical that we approach. So our competitors, let's say, they give the foundation of a factory, and then you have to bring in an integrator like PwC or Deloitte Digital or somebody else in order to build the factory based on your needs as Coca-Cola. But for us, what we do is that we provide them the factory ready to run from the first day. So because we do all that work for the specific vertical, so we expand on those verticals a lot, and we move on from there.
And the pricing you settle for for the services that you're offering is based on acknowledging the fact that they're just saving time and money from incorporating also third-party consultants like the ones you mentioned,
Yeah,
and the overall benefit to their pricing compared to what they could have is how much percent savings, for example. I mean, they could find this integrated solution using third parties, but coming to you, how much cheaper you are compared to what they do.
Okay, so it depends, because on most solutions outside the next solution, which is the cheapest solution that exists right now, let's say it's from Plytix, which provides their platform for 10K per year, but you have to cooperate with one of their own integrators, and that's an additional cost which you have to encounter as a client. For us, our lowest client at the moment can start from 6K, for example, per year, and they have no additional cost for integrators in order to pay. So it's just that yearly cost. But that depends purely on the size of the organization that we encounter. So, and also it depends on what type of client that we encounter as well, because the solution for a retailer is a lot more expensive than the solution for a supplier, due to the amount of barcodes that they have to maintain in the platform and distribute across different channels.
Average lead conversion time from lead to client?
Okay, so that's something that it's rapidly changing as the market gets to know us is a lot different. When we first started, it used to be around 6 to 8 months. Now we have booked a client up in a month and a half, from the first meeting in order to and book and close the deal, seal the deal. But these are random encounters. Right now, I'd say around 4 to 5 months.
Are the Big Four or any other consultant reselling you or not yet?
Not yet. We are we have distributors. We started recently a partnership with a distributor in Romania, which is our first primary market outside of Greece. But it's not one of the Big Fours yet.
And in Greece, do you have competition? There
were some similar solutions, not similar, there were some solutions in the past as side projects, but everyone is great at what they actually do on what we work on. So currently in Greece, we operate alone.
Okay. Great. I don't know if there is another question. I mean, I had experience of Unilever working with Salsify, so I know the kind of benefits they can bring to anything from launching to following it up. So I'm pretty sure that you did an excellent job.
We just brought Unilever in, by the way.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Bravo. That's
Thank you.
Right. Good news. Good news. Thank you very much. George, I don't think we have somebody else on the loop now, huh?
No.
Okay. Thank you all for your time and patience. And you can find the video link in your emails. Thank you again one more time. And we keep you posted for the next InnoAgora pitching session. Thank you, companies. Thank you, investors. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Ciao.